Well, g'day everyone, here from the UFU, Chaz and Max. Just wanted to have a chat to you quickly and wish you a very Merry Christmas coming up in this festive season, Max.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
So some important updates for everyone. Those of you that are still receiving the word back would know some of this that we're going to talk about, but we just wanted to make the point that there has been a slight issue with the mail system. We're trying, and that's part of the ESO email address transition.
Yeah.
We're trying to work on that. You did get a text message of the last email urgently. We do urge members to please update the office with your personal email address if you have one. So if you can do that, that takes the whole thing out of it.
That would really help. In the meantime, we'll make do with the text message with a link to the word back.
Yep. Excellent. Okay, so although our members aren't in the street campaigning, it feels like there's a bit of a rest at the time. It hasn't been a rest down here at South Road. There's a lot of work, and for our shop stewards, our state councillors, and our members that are involved across the union, across the whole way, because all those things we've fought so hard for, and now we're trying to make sure they're implemented in the right way, Max, and there's lots of work to do around that.
There's a whole lot of work. Unfortunately, there are a range of issues that the employer doesn't see quite as urgent to implement as what they should be doing, given they signed up to them, not just in the last agreement, but the one before that as well. If we think about Galatea jackets, for example, but I'm assured there's work happening on all of that.
And there is, look, our members know that and experience that it's definitely a time of change in the MFS, and we just want to make sure that it's beneficial change,
absolutely,
change for change's sake.
Yep.
And we do know that there are some really good intentions in the MFS in a lot of areas.
Yes.
There's a lot of work going on that do affect our members, and so we need to have a say in that on behalf of you. So we need your feedback.
And with a focus on the health and well-being and looking after firefighters, and hopefully we can rebuild that morale that's sunk so low over the last few years.
So with that, the festive season, it's always an expensive time for our members and everyone, and the cost of living is always, is going up. We fought really hard for this next 3% that will be on January 1st coming up, so we look forward to that. Hopefully there'll be no issues with shared services.
Let's hope.
Okay, so we did have a great AGM last week, which we had a quorum, and obviously your wordbacks have talked about a few things that happened there.
Yes,
do you want to elaborate on that stuff?
Just to thank everybody who was able to come, and for those that weren't able to, we obviously had the ratification of our financial documents, which points up that although we're roaring along and doing lots of work and the office is so busy, we had another deficit of this year. So that's something that the Finance Committee, with the assistance and advice from our auditor, have put their mind to. So one of the big ticket items at the annual general meeting this year was talking about our union subscriptions. So as members know, generally when there's a pay increase, there's a union rise as well. We had a number of years through COVID where we didn't have increases, but of course we were spending lots on our campaigning. So we have fallen behind. So State Council put a recommendation to the AGM, which quite heartened to say was unanimously endorsed for a higher than normal fee increase to the UFU. And so if you're a full-time member, for example, working in the MFS, that's $4.10 or $2.05 a week. So a little more than you might normally have paid, but that's to get us back in the black, to rebuild some of our reserves so that we're in a good fighting capacity as we come into 2024 and the beginning of our negotiations on our next agreement.
Excellent. So we've spoken a lot about that. Our members, have fought really hard, and that was even around EB to try and win resources for the MFS.
Yes.
We know that's not shouldn't be the union's role. We believe we're moving in a better direction around that kind of thing. There's still a lot of work to do. So we've spoken about the focus for our log of claims for this next EB will be about firefighters' wages, conditions and welfare.
Absolutely.
They're the pillars that we want. And obviously we'll ask for the feedback from those members, and you've talked about a survey that will come around early in the new year.
Yes. Probably about late February, I would say, so that members can have impact into the log of claims for the next agreement. But there's going to be a lot of hard work to do. Government's already starting to show its hand in relation to the rather modest wage increases in the state public sector. We are having difficulties ongoing with things like our injured workers and underpayments, overpayments, leave entitlements. So that's a lot of the work that we're doing, and it's taking a huge amount of resources to do it. So rather than cut any of our services, members have decided now that we will ask you to contribute a little more, and that will be used wisely and well.
Absolutely. So from members looking around the fire service, other practical things that are going to be happening, we fought so hard to get recognition around diesel particulate.
Yeah.
We do know that the latest on the trial for that is Woodville Station.
Yep.
So I think
Yay, Woodville!
Go Woodville. We don't know that's set in stone, but that's the latest. And we, as you know, we keep asking these questions around that stuff. It looks really positive.
Yeah.
There are 8 more metro stations that the PPE is in the project to be removed from the engine room, and then regional stuff is on the based on a scale after that
Yes.
one from there. So we look forward to that work continuing and going on. We always said it's not going to be done overnight.
No.
We just want to see that progress moving forward.
Absolutely.
Prioritising firefighter health and safety.
Some action.
Yeah.
And one of the other things that was dealt with at the AGM was that of our rule change, so that for next year's elections, members will be able to vote now because the rule change got through, and that's on our website if you wanted to go on and have a look at it at all. But essentially the only rule change is about members being able to vote electronically.
Yeah.
So rather than have to do everything through Australia Post and the snail mail, we will be able to do it in the same way that you currently vote on your EBs electronically.
Yeah.
So that'll be a big change, and hopefully for the better, and will also save some money from our perspective.
Absolutely. So look, thanks for watching, everybody. Bit to take in there.
There will be a word back with some links, so
absolutely, no worries.
Coming
So thank you, Max, to you and the rest of the staff at the UFU office for all the work you do on behalf of all members. And you know, thank you for you guys for the patience you have and the great union members you are out there. So.
And having a great leader in our president. Can't get away without saying that. And yes, our team is great, and all of our state council put in a heck of a lot of their own time as well. So thank you to the members for your commitment to the union. It's a big thing, and that will matter a lot, particularly in the coming year and the challenges.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great Christmas.
Happy Christmas.